Hi there, it's Monday and it's Fiona here, and we have 4 dragons coming through for you today, Dragon Clan that I normally speak to. And the 4 dragons today, there's Seraphina with the blue eye, we have Luna Ray as a second dragon, we have Ceremony, which is a rainbow dragon, coming in third, and the fourth, but last but not least, absolutely not, is Sovereign. Now, today the theme is all about your sovereign state. Your sovereign state is your soul state. This is the state that you are in when you are completely and utterly at home in your body, when you're confident, you know who you are, you know why you're here. You've been given the vision that Source has for you, which are the readings that I do, by the way. They are really tuning into your soul and understanding the higher purpose. Now, the dragons came through to me when they said to me, write your book, write your book, write your book, write your book, all about practical magic. And basically, they gave me the 64 cards that I read out every Monday and getting you the way in so that you can start working with your soul. So thank you very much for joining. Thank you very much for being here. If you want to pick a card, basically you look at the image that I've posted on the Friday over the weekend, you choose a card, and then on Monday I read it to you. Basically, that is touching in with your soul, touching in with your subconscious. Whatever's coming up for you, it is really showing you. Great, I shall let me know when you want to read and we'll organise that. I shall remember this, Christy. So that we actually find out what's going on in and underneath. Now, normally when we go into this creator world, when we ascend, when we come into working in a different way in this world, when everything doesn't have to be quite so much of a struggle, we're working with our soul. We are being asked to create a new world. You've come in to do something specific. You landed here as a star energy, as whatever kind of energy you came in as, and you know that you came here to do something special. You're part of the women on the leading edge. And I say women, it's just female energy. So it's time to listen to your soul. It's time to allow yourself to be guided by your soul and find out what the vision that Source has for you. And this is really what's going on. When we're reading the dragon cards, what they want to do is help you to wake up, to become aware of what's going on in your world, what's coming up to the surface, so that you can look at it through new eyes, look at it through the eyes of your soul and kind of go, my God, that is such a human trait. I'm still doing that. I'm still worried about money. I'm still worried about relationships. I'm still worried about my body, my health. I'm still struggling and forcing things through, rather than going into your creative state. And I run a 30-day group every now and again, really helping you get into your creator state. It's an incubator where I teach you every single day one of the aspects of how you listen in with your body. So when we have the 4 cards that come up, I always go into each of the dragons. So in a minute, I'm going to go into Seraphina, which is the massive golden dragon. She's the first dragon that came through to me. She's the matriarch of this particular clan of dragons to help the population evolve and wake up. Now, her whole reason for being here, for connecting in with us, is to see what your big picture is. What is the big picture that you want to create? You didn't come here to live a tiny, mediocre, average, ordinary, black and white, grey, shades of grey life. You came here to live full out, exuberantly, extravagantly, with joy and a heart full of joy. So when I go into my sovereign state, I'm talking and I'm communicating with the dragons. They talk to me through my soul, through to your soul, and we touch into your soul so that the reading is specific for you. So I want to know from Seraphina today, to do with getting into the sovereign state, which card would be the most appropriate for us to read today? Okay. So that we can go into this sovereign state, so that we can really understand what the reading is for everybody who chose this particular card this week. If you haven't chosen a card this week, just quickly say to yourself 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's it, just 1, 2, 3, and 4. Whichever number comes through strongest for you will be your particular reading today. So I'm doing this live on Instagram today. I'm doing this on my Facebook page, which is being a body whisperer, because I'm understanding and I'm actually creating a body for thousands of people that, well done, number 4. So thousands of people so that you can live in a body that's fit for your soul. And that doesn't just mean that you look good and you feel good and you feel like $1 million, which is brilliant, but it means that you're fit for your soul, that you're listening to your soul. That's what that is all about. Body fit for your soul is that you're listening. When I get messages come through, I have to scribble them down. So Serafina asked us to read card number 3 today. Card number 3, it's not a very long reading, this one, but it's very, very precise. So everybody who picked this card, number 1, we're going to read this one out, and then we'll go on to number 2, number 3, and number 4. So number 3, it's an inside job. Excuse me while I slow down a little bit. Serafina talks a little bit slower than I do, more precisely. She's very patient. She's full on. It's an inside job, and you hold all of your answers inside of you. Can you feel that you are discovering and remembering consciously why you are here? Finding again your very own intention is the part where you go on a journey to rediscover who you are on a soul level. It's like going on an adventure ride on the inside of you to find out who you truly are. What makes you tick? What makes you get up in the morning? Why is that important to you? We leave no stone unturned until you really know, that's why I'm here, and if I wasn't doing that, I don't want to be here. That's certainly how I find out why I was here. It's like, God, if I'm not doing that, I don't want to be here. Why would I? Anyway, that's what it's all about. To find again your very own intention is the part when you go on a journey to rediscover who you are on a soul level. And what I've been told is this is your sovereign state. This is when you are in your best state ever. You're in your queen state. You're so on board with everything that's going on in your life. It's like going on an adventure ride on the inside of you to find out who you truly are. Building a relationship with yourself to remember what gives you pleasure, what gives you joy, what you most like to do, what feels great. It's the richest experience. And from being the internal tourist, you find out your deepest intention. It's never just about the material objects you collect and want to hold and own, which is your soul's intention for you. It is, the world is full of that, isn't it? Of holding and owning certain material objects that you can be just so attracted to. It's like, oh, I've got to have it because it's the feeling that it gives you. I understand that. Instead, there is a remembering, and it is a deep knowing of your intention. And this is your soul's intention for you. And as you tip into that situation, you can enhance and grow in unfathomable ways, meaning that you touch on your magic, that you know how to, I wouldn't say manipulate minds or bodies or spirits, it's just that you can read into things. Your intuitive sense is ignited. Things work out well for you, and you know what to take with you, when to go, what job's right for you, what kind of people you want to be around. That's what I mean by practical magic. And when you enhance and you grow in unfathomable ways, you know who you are, you remember what you stand for, and you have access to the answers from source. This is your sovereign state. This is the inside job. When you know it, you feel it. And that is your life's purpose. It calls you relentlessly, draws you closer, you even feel driven by it because it's your soul purpose, your soul work, and what you came here for, and what you are meant to do. It rests on your very life's foundations as your building blocks that allow you to create from truth, purity, love. And it's bigger than you. Serafina is always talking about it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. Step out of the way. It's bigger than you. It's not just that your purpose is bigger than you, but just this whole time on this planet is bigger than just you. There's so much love, there's so much purity, there's so much joy to be had, so much bigger than you. Make it bigger than you ever thought it was. Anyway, that was card number 3 of Seraphine of the 64 card pack. And now I'm going to read out for you Luna Ray. Luna Ray is the second card. She represents your, bringing your feelings into it. How can you bring your essence into it? How can you often when I'm talking with the dragons, they really want me to extend to you how something feels, and there are no words for it. So as I channel the energy, as I bring you these readings, tap into the energy that you feel inside your body, because that's what's being given to you. It's not the words, it's the energy that hopefully the stories that I tell, the words that I go into, that's what's interesting here. If you're wondering why I'm wearing such radically awesome earrings today, it's because it's my son's 18th birthday today. We've just come back from having lunch together by the lake in the sunshine, and it was just glorious. If you could have told me that I was going to be a mum, and a mum to an 18-year-old. It wasn't part of my big plan, but it was definitely put in my path. And the conversations we have, they're so profound. I love them. So Luna Ray, this is where we are right now. Luna Ray, we're going to read into Luna Ray. Luna Ray, again, is all about your feelings. She's all about getting into your essence, about who you really are, what it really means to be you, how this feels, what is it that you're creating, and how does it feel? How do we intensify it? So Luna Ray, what card? Lovely. What card? It always makes me laugh as to when I ask the question, what card do you want me to read? It's just, one, it's so immediate when it comes back, and 2, because it's just exactly the question that I asked. So Luna Ray, all about intensifying your feelings, and the card happens to be amplify and intensify your real feelings. Each dragon has 8 cards, 8 messages from source, messages from God for you. Love embodying the feeling. Yeah, absolutely. We need to embody it. This is part of the stories that the dragons tell us, as well as to, when we're changing our character, when we're going into the character that creates, embodying it, stepping into it, living as if is the whole purpose of creation. It's not to struggle and go through the mundane world anymore. So feel into what she's about to share with you right now, and embody that as well. Go into the whole experience of these readings of these cards, how they open up, how they trigger, and how they ignite your soul. So this is Luna Ray. She's when she came to me, she's just so full of love. She's made up, instead of scales, she's scales, yes, but more like a snake, like a pearlescent snake skin. And if you touched her, she was kind of pliable and like this great muscle and so soft and warm. And she's like a pearl. She really is like, she changes color with the sunlight. An incredible, they all are, but an incredible dragon for helping you to understand where your feelings come from. So here we go. You will make more of an impact with your energetic state when you express yourself out loud. Turn up the volume. There is value in writing down your creations. However, there is more powerful way that assists the creation coming to fruition. because it ramps up and charges up your energy. If I want to get into my essence, my sovereign state, I have to speak things out loud. So I talk to myself in my car. I love doing these videos because whenever I'm in these videos, I am immediately hooked up and hooked down between heaven and earth. Expressing things out loud is 10 times more powerful. You can certainly journal it out as your perfect day, your perfect experience for your ideal situation resolved. But then it is spoken out loud and the energy changes. It's more exuberant. It's more playful. It's more fun. It's more spontaneous and powerful. You can do it as an experience of your perfect day, so you can create it out every single day. You can write in a journal like I have. I have these little journals that I use for creating my creations, and this is what I do in the 30-day creation module that I do. You can write it on a scrap of paper, or you can record it on your phone and listen back to it. I've certainly changed relationships, sold houses, created new love partners, created my business by doing a recording and listening to it and talking to myself when I'm on the phone, because it's more amplified and I've intensified the whole feeling and the playfulness with it. So you can do it as an experience of your perfect day, so that you can write it out every single day. How you want to feel, what you're going to wear, who you're going to meet for lunch, where you're going to go in the afternoon, what you're going to be doing that evening. If it additional power you want, and speak out your specific plan or project, you can say it out loud. And that's why I created the 30-day incubator, so that you have a chance to come on screen, record yourself and say things out loud in a very safe environment where everybody else is doing the same thing. You can say it out loud every single day, playfully, be spontaneous, allow what comes to come one day from the next. Why not record yourself talking about what it is that you are absolutely would just find fantastic and fun, and you can listen to it again and again and again until that doesn't feel quite so energetic anymore, and then you turn it up and you change that again. So then anything changes, you can just make a new recording. You can say something out loud and it holds far more power when you write things than when you write things down, which holds more power than if you just think things. My whole purpose is to help you really focus your mind, which is one of the dragons, Raphael, to really focus and master your mind so that your mind knows what to focus on. Because if it doesn't know what you're focusing on, then it can just be really tricky and really difficult and just too confusing, chaotic. And then our spiritual beings, our soul, doesn't really know what to bring us because it's just too messy. Our minds can be very messy. I was just talking to my son and he said, I read this post the other day that says that women just think too much and they don't ever have a time of no thoughts. And I'm like, well, yes, it's taken me 50 years to train myself to have no thoughts. Even in meditation, my mind was like, oh, what if, I wonder if women have a serious case of overthinking. The reason it holds more power when you say things out loud is because you are more laser focused on what it is that you want to be delivered, what you want to receive. So that is what you want. You are living and breathing in the essence of it when you stand and deliver your playful rendition of your creation. I want to hear it. Come on. It goes from the flat, soulless energy to living in the heartbeat. It's alive and it's a living thing that you're bringing in. And don't forget, when you're in the creation mode, when you go in and you decide to create something and you start putting life into something, it is alive and it wants to be with you as much as you want to be with it. So as much as you put creation into it, you watch it coming alive, and it'll come towards you. It'll come towards you because you are the one breathing life into it. You've injected life into your creation. And so it wants to be alive and be in physical form with you. So you can enjoy this, and it can enjoy you. Imagine it has an energy of a puppy and how much it wants to be with you. And that is your creation wanting to be birthed, wanting to come into live in your life on this planet. Your imagination is what creates it. It's real. It's not fanciful. It's your imagination and your energy that puts energy into what you want to create, and it comes alive. Now, dragon number 3 today, already into 20 minutes. Okay. Dragon number 3 today is Ceremony. Ceremony is the rainbow dragon. She is phenomenal because we're pulling you through all the different shades of the rainbow. So as you go in through one shade, you let that go. As you go into 2 shades, you let that go. And you're letting go of the beliefs or the limitations or the perceptions that you have. I'm going like this because it's like a rainbow. You're walking under the rainbow. You're walking to the edge of the rainbow. And each single colour is an availability for you to just go, I don't think like that anymore. That is not where I'm at. That is not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm here for. There is so much more to life, so much more going on. So Ceremony is the rainbow dragon, a bit like my settee behind me, to go through all the colours of the rainbow so that you can just lift off all the hassles, all the things that are just causing, they've been causing you so much struggle and effort in this life as a human on this planet. And as you get to the edge of the rainbow, you just kind of go, wow, look how far I've come. I just don't think like that anymore. I don't have those worries about my health or money or partners anymore. I've found a way to let that go. And this is incredible. This is the true freedom. Okay. So what number of card do you want me to read? No, you're sticking on 6. Okay. So Ceremony wants me to read card number 6 to do with the theme today about getting into the sovereignty of your energy, becoming the creator being. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a good one, but this is a long one. So let me just see if I edit it, if I'm asked to edit it, or as I read it through, if I read all of it. So, Ceremony, the rainbow dragon, card number 54 of the whole pack, which shall be finished shortly. And then you can buy them all online and have them yourselves and pick a card a day. The full spectrum of feelings are available. Full spectrum of feelings. And don't we all just limit the feelings that we allow ourselves to have? It's so tempting to view life and believe that all we see and all we feel is all there is. There is a full spectrum of feelings available, and you have only accessed a very limited spectrum so far. So when you go through the rainbow, you widen your spectrum of feelings. You feel safer and safer and safer to feel into all the feelings, to have them all. And of course, I'm going to carry on reading. I'm not going to explain that anymore because I know it's in the card. Imagine the light spectrum, some of which you can see and understand with your limited visible spectrum of light that surrounds you all of the time. Now, remember that different species can see into the expanded spectrum of light with their eyes, as well as engaging other senses. They experience a different spectrum of knowing. Now, consider you are only experiencing the emotions and feelings you feel comfortable with and that your brain can compute from your prior experiences. You're only going on your prior experiences in this lifetime when there's so much more for you to experience. You are being asked to step out of your current limited emotional and sensing spectrums and start working your way into a broader spectrum where there is far more colour, far more sensations that you can feel consciously more and more comfortable and safe and familiar in. At some point, the feelings that you lived and swam in have triggered. I'll do that in a minute. Sensation, conscious, comfortable silence. At some point, the feelings that you've lived and swum in have triggered you previously to respond in certain ways. Won't be something that even touches you or triggers you anymore. I should get that in again. You are observing and sensing them as pure energy, and to you they are normal. The energy you perceive through your senses is something that not for you to personally react to. You see and feel in a different way. You are conscious and free, finding it easier and easier to distinguish and understand. You are exploring and expanding your senses into fifth, sixth, and seventh, and maybe even eighth. This is how incredible all of that is. Coming through the rainbow means that you have lifted off some of the denser, more worrisome, depressive mental states, some of the physical symptoms that you've been harboring. You're coming and breaking through into your soul state, your sovereign state, so that everything is just lighter and more exuberant for you. The last card that I'm going to read today is Sovereign. Now, Sovereign is your sovereign state. And this card that I'm going to read for you, oh, number 4, she's told me already it's card number 4, is more about this theme that we're working on today, which is being in your sovereign state, being the creator, coming into line with who you really are in your sovereign energy. Whenever I work with someone coming into their sovereign energy, I can physically feel them being pulled taller and grounding more. And they just have this energy on the inside of them running all the way through like a rod, like up and down their backbone. And they're just in their sovereign state. And they're in such a powerful state when they're in this particular state. I'm going to read this sovereign state, and I'm going to answer that call that someone just gave to me. Meeting and knowing your soul language. Card number 36. Make an important decision for your emotional, physical, and mental health to create a private, spiritual sanctuary to attend and listen to your soul on a daily basis, maybe a twice daily basis, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes in the afternoon before you go to bed. A place of solace, union, and connection to closely listen to your inner self and the voice of your soul. Your rapid-paced life with all your deadlines, the intensities, make it an even greater need to fully respect and connect. Go to your safe place so that you can hear what is being communicated with you, as well as learn how you can commune with your soul and ask for solutions. And last but not least, commune with others from this soulful state. You get to commune with others from a soul-to-soul perspective. And that is immense. That is huge because you understand where they're coming from. Soul-to-soul communication is a powerful felt communication that goes way beyond words. When you express yourself from your soul and take part in this heartfelt communication, you are being conscious and operate from your awakened, powerful spiritual state. You are sensing what comes directly through you from your soul, and it is pure, wise, and an unbeatable combination. You are in your power, in your sovereignty when you're doing this kind of communication. Your soul is housed in your human flesh and bones physical body, which is acting like your barometer, constantly feeding back to your environment, to the people you meet, and even the places you go, always intuitively sensing your environment. Your soul never stops sensing. Your feeling state picks up the soul communication that goes unseen, unheard, unfelt, and certainly unattended to. It is imperative that you get to know your soul and adapt to your ways of communicating with her to know intimately that valuable, powerful, and very accurate part of your own personality. Your sovereign state is your power. If you've ever been accused of being oversensitive, taking things to heart, wearing your heart on your sleeve, all those kind of expressions. Oh my gosh, it's just so sensitive, Fiona. That's what I used to hear. That's your superpower. That's why you're here, because you have that superpower. We just need to train it so that it's allowing communication to come through to you. This is the best way of living. And this is how you win at games. You get free parking tickets. You get invites from all over the world. You get gifts because you are using your innate soul sense to bring things to pass. This is the exciting part of life. My name is Fiona Robertson. I am the Dragon Queen, and I'm in touch with a clan of dragons. I've got 8 dragons specifically here with 8 messages each about the awakening process, the ascension process, how to live in this body. Yes, darling, I'm just done number 4. Just listen back and you'll listen to number 4. It was sovereign. Sovereign is the card number 4. You will understand what it is to be in a human body, living from your soul, in your sovereign state, creating the world around you. You do that by changing your thoughts and your feelings. The easiest way to create something is just to change your thoughts and feelings. And if you've ever been called sensitive, if you've ever been called an empath, if you've ever been said, oh gosh, you're just too sensitive, you're too emotional, that is your superpower. That is your superpower breaking through. And it's not to be hidden and put under the stairs anymore, where you've hidden your soul. It is to bring that out and learn how to use that as your superpower. The same as witches and warlocks and Jedis. You have a superpower of understanding how the world works, and you can make this a much better place to live in for millions of people. Have a great, great, great day. Please get in touch with me if you want a reading. I shall PM you and invite you in if you want any more information about your card or any more information about ascending, living in 5D, becoming intuitive, creating magic. This is what I talk about because this is what I do. I've learned through speaking to the dragons that is how I sold houses. They've been with agents for 3 years. I've had 3 houses now that were with agents for 3 years or 2 years. And then I just, at some point, I just go, oh yeah, I know how to do this. I'm going to create the sale and I'm going to get this done myself. And because the only one who can do it is you. That's why you're magic. That's your power. And this is how we go about doing this. Is we start using the creation process to make things happen. When you're in the creation process, when you're in your soul state, your sovereign state, the very air around you changes and your life changes. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for being here. I do these readings every Monday. I put cards out on a Friday. And so that you can tune into the dragons and see what your soul has to say to you and understand what your next step is. And like I said, I do the vision that Source has for you as readings. I do charge for these readings. I do short versions and I do long versions. But anyway, I shall get in touch with anybody who wants those. Lots and lots of love. Thank you for being here. On a weekly basis, I do these and then I put them up on YouTube. If you want any more information, it's over on YouTube as well as on Facebook. Have a great day. How do I end that? Okay. That's interesting.